Honorable members, the standing orders enjoins members to maintain order and decorum in the House and in committee, and to refrain from the use of offensive, insulting, or unbecoming language. In particular, Order 123, Rule 3 cautions members against imputing improper motives. As Speaker, I wish to reaffirm Parliament's unwavering respect for the judiciary as a co-equal arm of government under Article 125, Clause 1 of the 1992 Constitution, which vests the judiciary power of Ghana in the judiciary. And the judiciary is independent of control or direction from any person or authority. The doctrine of separation of powers requires that all three arms of government, the executive, legislature,
Yentu akasi abonesi bekoso ejinemu elmashibege fie honom na dondodo ehoba no dani onmunyamfo mahama yarega kasa edi ato abontense enano ajuada eye niema onmunyamfo afenyoma kene dan na edi elmashibege fie no sebi nya dia na ebu ewumto ndi osusu se mpanimfo nhwe na monfa ne ma eye privilege committee na monhwe ntoto na no monhwe na so ewo sa akwan no so.
Resolution removing him from the delegation to the ECOWAS Parliament and actually going to Port Harcourt and attending the session. Mr. Speaker, he has clearly affronted the dignity and engaged in an act that constitutes an affront to the authority of this Parliament. And it is time that the Honorable Afeyomakin be put in his proper place. Mr. Speaker, I therefore rise pursuant to the relevant orders to make a complaint of contempt of Parliament and a breach of parliamentary privilege, and to urge you, pursuant to the appropriate orders, to refer the Honorable Afeyomakin Alexander Kwamina to the Privileges Committee for him to be processed. And if indeed the committee comes to a conclusion that my contention that he indeed went and attended the session in clear defiance of our resolution, and that act constitutes an affront to the authority of this House, that the appropriate sanctions be executed in relation to the Honorable Alexander Kwamina Afeyomakin.
The rules are clear. I'll have to come back to the House as to my view on this matter before I decide whether to refer it to the committee or not to refer to the committee. So I have that decision to make, and I need to consider it before I do so. So I will take the whole of today to consider the complaint, and tomorrow.
Penyina wa yina name say Frank Crawford Bro Eddie Mine PP Amanyuku no ka ho bi Dr. Alhaji Muhammadu Bawumia Ghana man pen na do dan Kwaku the former president Abedi Etri na ene wakasa edi ato abonte se yade otetene mframa mu se binum se ye MPP amanyuku no Dr. Bawumia no kra no oye ahoho anase hoho e wo party nim na pese o kama Ghana nyina eti ase se nye nne no be MPP amanyuku no ye mfie du nso eni 17 years entinya de obetumi aye ahoho e wo NPP amanyuku no nti obesre se wona wo kasa ne no so boa mu vote kra da chi bi ombenya eba fom nti wonhwe na wanfa oye anase propaganda anke kansema eni
Omose Dr. Bawumia Oba Adabeng Semwati Oba Adabeng na ono yede ne baye ye ne baye se ombeye akwa na wewie ne djuma enti onko Semwati sa asem no omo amoka sa asem no omunti ye party abakosem ase unim ye party abakosema ubehu se Ghana henyina yenyina ye by different tribes and ebe shishe ya saku ya yewoyi ubehu se Gans adang before ewo ho Muslim Association Party ewo ho Ashanti ewo ho Northern People's Party ewo ho nenyina eba kabomu to form the United Party ye koi efrimu ebaye enti Northern People's Party no na the biggest at the beginning of the United Party. Omo 15 seats. Na SD Dombo and the leader, the chairman of the Northern People's Party. Na mi papa Mumuni Bawumia only vice chairman to SD Dombo in the Northern People's Party. Enti Usha Mabeye Party running mate 8 years. Running mate in opposition before Yababa and my running mate 8 years. Mako Supreme Court akojina ho ama party obia sudi adansi say I've been the most impactful vice president in the history of Ghana. Nama beye presidential candidate so akaho. Masevi party the last 17 years. And then enipa besi mi ho. Mi ho na ohwe saa kasa yi a embwa ye party mu party be ye kese a gise enya nipa ebeka ho ba wo nipa na o pamo mu a obetumi amaka party aye kese party no matter why ofri obetumi aye kotokolini mampusini sefini eveni ogwani sisala dagati wala bimoba chokosi koro obia no matter where you come from ubetime lead New Patriotic Party akoye president of the Republic of Ghana enti saa ni asema omoka no emfa nkabom embayetem saa kasa yi kasa edi mpaipai mu
Dramtinani edima ndc amanyuko no Honorable Johnson Asiedu Inketia ene wakwa akopie mu ewo nkwanta North Abato Mpesua so ewo Woti region Nibuta yenyina ne se bra ye ba beto aba 2024 no ndc amanyuko no mpanimfo ko honom edi wo made hwede ekoto mpanimfo anim se won to aba emfamo na se nyame ya adom na se enne ndc amanyuko afa won to ma pefra na se wo mu enebu o man Ghana na ontumi enhwe wo sa kwenti wo kode aseda hwenko ekoma ade hye mo nkwanta North ewo Woti region
na nsai mote se me ko Burkina Faso say Ghana ha port no eye temahabo na takra de habo no me na President Mahama ayime a me da no say me board chairman na manisu adihunu ba akone say ye pese amanya womu wo esoro ha womu ni epono womu ni ema bia womu de befa bro obuka be kwa abrochire bia yemfa Ghana ha de womu de befiri abrochire ba bia so no eno so yemfa Ghana ha ba bia cars no articulators no nenam no nyina no na ede enyuma ene mpuntuo ene adeton ene beba saa nkuro no nyina enti me ko Burkina ne wo ba ko ka ho asem Malifoɔ yɛne wɔn aka ho asɛm Nigerfoɔ yɛne wɔn aka ho asɛm na ufiri ɛsoro ha ɛkɔ ɛpo mu a kwan a ɛretia paa ɛne Eastern Corridor Bylaw ɛno nti wɔn nyinaa ɛrema yɛ pressure sɛ yɛmmɔ mmɔden ɛnwie kwan no yɛtumi wie a ufiri srem ɛbɛsi akɔ ɛpo mu a ɛha nko ara deɛ ɛretia by more than 100 kilometers eti ufiri paga ɛkɔ tema na ufiri pusiga ɛkɔ tema no ɛha deɛ na-etia koraa eti Nigerfoɔ ɛne Malifoɔ ɛne Burkina Faso ɛne Togo koraa ɛsoro hɔfoɔ no wɔn nyinaa bɛpɛ sɛ yɛbɛfa ha na yɛkɔ akɔdi dwa ɛno nti na yɛni abere ɛwɔ kwan ho no eti constituency foɔ ɛnsɛm a yɛreka sɛ yɛni regional department wɔ ha yɛni wei wɔ ha yɛni wei deɛ meka kyerɛ mo ara ne sɛ ɔsono ba wɔ hɔ yi ɔmpere kɛseɛ yɛ
Area de shima mameda wase ene obre yenso ansem ne se wo manga yemfi wo manga no nemfi ani nko ama hodro so ensemu entrada ena Angola celebrate almost 50 years of independence oje won ho free enkwa sum ne nanam se mampanifo honom pempempe no de niema pegu akromebe bo ama de hia omo Angola nso ho ato.
Marching bands and tanks paraded through the capital's Republic Square to mark the occasion before President João Lourenço addressed the nation.
Fizemos uma caminhada difícil nestes 50 anos.
We've made a difficult journey in these 50 years in which we were forced to overcome obstacles and face complex situations in the context of the Cold War, in which we had to remain tenacious to preserve our independence and national sovereignty. We had barely just overcome the Portuguese colonialism that oppressed us and enslaved us for centuries. Angola declared independence from Portugal in 1975 at the end of a 13-year war. The country quickly entered a devastating civil war that ended only in 2002. We seized this unique opportunity to build together an inclusive society with equal opportunities for all citizens. The challenges are enormous and highly complex. We need to focus on actions and initiatives that contribute to solving the many problems that the country still faces. After 50 years, despite progress in infrastructure and urban development, oil-rich Angola...
Esther Mampanyina bato ekoso ewo Tanzania ni mujeshigu akoso yipa ehonom. Eno na anam sama UN impenifo akasa de ato abonte sempempe no ya de odi hwehwemu bebre ba begu akru no ahye eye kwan kraye nto kwa na asement me ho ase basaba ye nkwa no e ma no homle so ewo Tanzania.
The UN Human Rights Chief Volker Turk on Tuesday said there was an apparent attempt from the government to conceal evidence of protesters' death. This accusation follows reports that security forces were secretly dumping bodies of those killed in the violence. Volker Turk urged authorities to release bodies to families for funerals. The main opposition party, Chadema, has said that about 2,000 people were killed during 3 days of protest following the disputed poll. The government has yet to give an official death toll. The UN said hundreds of people are believed to have been killed. The call for a probe comes as Tanzanian authorities have charged hundreds of people with treason over these demonstrations. Wanted suspects include an influential preacher who had his church deregistered earlier this year after he criticized the government over rights abuses. Police have also issued arrest warrants for some of the nation's top opposition officials who hadn't yet been detained. Chadema leader Tundu Lissu has already been jailed for several months and also faces treason charges after he...
Shannon's mom is Facebook Live, Ashanti Prime TV, YouTube, Ashanti Prime TV, and our TikTok, and Ashanti Prime TV. We share no comment or like share every amame. And some of the best more was media Santa Way, near Dawson ye. Near the Makutini be any ye. A year or so for our showing Messi and some million for Haruna. It drew Casa de Tabontin, a choir, a year bank fraud no. It be to me a jay. Sounds now Ashanti Regional Minister Dr. Frank Amwakohene, and so didn't seem be a Tabontin. Some winning some old European crime, there was some more. Say prime, maybe a firm to break us here. Mem Japanese. Edeka si ebe sume we damages so and a mess now start. Maka will be a